How's it going, gamers? How's your quarantine life going? I've just been,
Oh, hi, Kitty. Hi, Nova. Hi.
All right, we start off with this issue with a flashback. Goes back when Shane and Lori are on the highway, trying to get into Atlanta. Lori's on the highway, standing, looking out towards the city. Shane's behind her. Lori? Carl's fast asleep in the car. It's the first time he's been asleep since we hit the road 2 days ago. Good. He seems to be taking things well as can be expected. Are you okay? Look at it. The whole city is overrun. We can't even get in without being attacked. My parents are dead. Everyone that came into the city for protection is dead. They have to be. Nobody could survive that. And Rick? 3 weeks he been in that coma? He doesn't even know this has happened. And we left him to come here for this. Shane says, I'd suggest just going back for him, but he's safe at the hospital. It's the safest place for him, and we can't help him in this condition. Besides, if the government is going to start clean this place up soon, near a major city is the best place to be. Oh, Shane, I can't thank you enough for coming with us. Carl and I would never have made it down here on our own. I'll never be able to repay you. I don't know what's going through your head, but I'm a wreck. I don't really know how to explain it. With all that's going on with Rick and my parents and the world, don't take this the wrong way, but I just feel so alone. And they kiss. They give a little smoochy smooch. She pulls back. Shane says, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. No, Shane, don't apologize. Everything we've been through, everything we're going through, I understand. Shane, I need you. And then they do the freaky freak on the grass. Oh, Lori, I've waited for this for so long. And then we flash forward to Shane's grave. They're all standing around it. Rick says, alrighty then. They all start to walk away. Rick looks back, wondering why Lori's just sitting there. Lori spits on Shane's grave. You son of a bitch. What a day, huh? Alan says. Lori, she's taking it harder than the rest of us. I guess with the trip down here, him taking care of her and Carl, she trusted him. Hell, we all did. I never would have thought him be the one to snap like that. He just lost it. He was my friend, probably my best friend. This shit we're in is not to be taken lightly. If it can change a man like Shane so drastically, we're in deeper shit than we thought. I better hang back, let her catch up. We'll talk later. How is she doing? Better, Dale says. But it's going to be a long time before that pro girl's going to be back to normal. Talking about Andrea, since she just lost her sister. Dale, do you think any of us will ever be back to normal? After today, not really. And speaking of which, and I'm not saying this the way I told you so, I saw this coming. Shane's been changing since you arrived. I think he was in love with your wife. I know. Things he was rambling on about before he tried to shoot me. That all makes sense. Dale replies, yeah. But what I'm getting at is that everyone in the camp was starting to get wary of Shane. The attacks, Amy, Jim, we are ready to move this camp, Rick. We let Shane call the shots because he was a cop, and I'm an old man. Glenn's a kid. Alan, well, he's not the leadership material. We need someone to look up to make us feel safe, especially the women. I talked to everyone earlier. We think that someone is you. Rick says, okay then. Get some sleep. We're moving camp tomorrow. We've been here long enough as it is. Oh, and one more thing. Andrea's been keeping track of days since this whole thing went down. Unless she's messed something up along the way. Tomorrow's Christmas. Rick gets a little agitated. Don't tell anyone, you hear me? I don't want anyone to know. I don't want to have to explain my son that on top of all this other shit, Santa can't find him. Let's just skip Christmas this year, okay? I don't want to upset the kids. Alright, understood. Carl's sleeping. He wakes up, Daddy. You slept pretty late, Carl. We're all almost done packing up for the big move. You doing okay? If you ever want to talk about what happened, you can talk to me. I know, Dad. So if you ever want to talk, you let me know, okay? Uh-huh. Y'all ready to go? I just need to get the gas from the cars in the RV. We'll be ready to hit the road as soon as Dale's ready. I'm all set. We go right after we're all gassed up. Okay, everyone. Take a good look around the camp. Make sure we're not forgetting anything. Let's get the hell out of here. And they get on the road. They travel. They're out of here. It's a bumpy ride. We'll be fine as long as I take it slow. We should be on the road in no time. Thank God the snow let up, eh? He's got to stop shitting on us sometime, you know. Later that night, they get in a little roadblock. They have to move a car. We're almost there, just a little further, and it'll be out of the way. We don't have to completely get out the road, just out of the way. And I think about done it. You guys can give it a rest. Woo. I don't think I could have lasted much longer. Oh, Rick, look around, see how many are there. They see two figures off in the distance. We don't want to get surrounded. They pull out their guns. Turns out it was three people, a family. Whoa, hold your fire. Oh, jeez, man. Oh, God, we could have killed you. I'm sorry to sneak up on you, especially in the dark like that. We're walking across the field, and my daughter, Julie, saw your headlights. We don't see a lot of people live ones, at least. Not anymore. I hear you. I was starting to think we were it. I'm Rick. Tyrese. And this here is Julie. Julie and Chris. You guys have any food? Julie and Chris are going steady? Dating? I don't know the correct term anymore. Anyway, Chris was staying with us even when everything started going to hell. Family problems. Long story. We had a pretty good setup before we ran out of food, and it got cold. Without heat, our house was as cold as outside. We didn't have a fireplace or anything. So a couple weeks ago, we set out in search of food. We thank you for what you got here. You haven't eaten in a couple days. Don't mention it, man. It's just good to see a new face. Listen, we're calling it a night here soon, and I'm sure we could have some room in the RV for you if you and your kids want to stick around. Just for tonight. Or longer. I think it's safe to be in groups. You're welcome to tag along with us. It's kind of a Rick. But if it's all the same, I think the kids and I will probably just sleep in this car over here. They're not too comfortable around strangers. Understood. We'll see you tomorrow then. You're inviting a stranger to sleep in the same room as us? He's got kids with him, Lori. So do we. Don't be trusting Rick. What a Lori. Lori's a bit of a cunt. Next morning, Rick and Tyrese is talking. Sorry about that last night. One minute I'm telling you we haven't seen anyone. The next I'm using the kids are afraid of strangers as an excuse not to sleep in the RV with you. It's just, you never be too careful, you know? You guys could have been traveling cannibals for all I know. The jury's still out. What changed your mind? I understand what you're saying, though. The stuff changes people. I just watched my best friend flip out and try to kill me for not a couple days ago. I've never seen anyone act like that. Let him alone. I was so shaken by seeing the change in him. I almost didn't even realize the danger I was in. I think we got some good people here. I think we're getting by okay. But honestly, I just don't know what everyone's thinking. To me, that's scarier than any half-rotten ghoul trying to eat my flesh. Tyrese replies. A couple weeks after this all started, the first time we ran out of food, we made a run down to the country store about 2 miles away from our house. We got there to find the place torn apart. What are you doing there, Nova? Crazy cat. Torn apart. It'd been looted 3 times over. But there were stray cans all over the place. It seemed safe enough so Julie, Chris, and I split up, looking the place over to find as much food as we could. There was this nice old man, got to be at least 60. He was always sitting in front of the store with buddies, chatting away about God knows what. Nice old man you'd ever meet. Nicest old man you ever meet. Always had a kind word to say. While we're separated, he got a hold of Julie, pulled her into a back room. Seems like he'd been living in that place. Yeah, we had no idea anyone was even there. This sweet old man. First thing he thinks of when he finally sees another people. He tried to rape Julie. Had I been 2 minutes later, when I found him, he would have done it. I killed that man, Rick. I wanted to, but I didn't mean to. I beat on him, and then he died. And Rick just kind of looks at him. Jesus, man, don't beat yourself over that. You did what any father would have done in that position. I may be a cop, but I don't let rules blind me to what's wrong and right, especially in light of our current situation. I'm not beating myself up because I did it. I'm beating myself up because I don't feel bad about doing it. Yeah, the end of the world changed him. But look at how it changed me. Oh shit, roamers. Roamers? Question mark? Oh yeah, when we're camped near Atlanta, we went into the city. Most of the zombies just sat around, not doing anything unless provoked. It seemed like most of them were content to sit and do nothing unless something happens by them. Then our camp was attacked. A pack of those things were just tore through us. Killed 2 of our friends, so I gotta think that there were other kinds of zombies that roam around, always on the move. I figured roamers was as good a name as any. They're coming this way. We gotta do something. We've got an axe in the RV if you want to grab it. Guns might attract them. This hammer worked just fine for me so far. We need to split up. You go that way, try to get the other one's attention. Gotcha. Hey, ugly, over here. Shit, looks like both of them are coming for me. I'm on it. This way, buddy. And then they got him. Good save. Okay, let's do this. And then you took out the walkers. We're fine. It's all under control. We're at least 20 miles from Atlanta now. We're really damn close. Let's start looking for some houses or neighborhoods to get off this highway. Will do. And then they find another blocked road. Jesus, are we even going to be able to move this thing? It might take a while, but I think we can. Well, let's get started. It's going to be dark in a few hours. Man, I'm glad we ran into you when we did. Even with using the RV to do most of the pushing, I don't think we could have cleared the wreck off the road without your help. I'm just trying to pull my own weight, Rick. I'm glad you people are letting us tag along. Well, so far I gotta say, you've come in handy. Aside from Rick, I don't think any of us are really all that strong. I know pushing cars out of the way was a lot harder before you came along. You're not too hard on the eyes either. Right back at you, Carol. We've got Glenn to thank for that. Wait, you guys sure do have a lot of food. We got Glenn to thank for that. Before we left, we've been stockpiling canned goods he was getting from Atlanta. I was just doing my part. Oh, don't downplay so much, Glenn. Without you, we'd be much worse off. We have to rely on hunting way too much. You're a lifesaver. I've got to agree with the lady, Glenn. Haven't eaten this well in weeks. Tyrese looks at Carol, kind of hinting something. As a guy who's seen in action, I gotta say, Glenn really knew what he was doing in that city. The fact that he risked his life every day for the good of the peak of the camp, that's honorable. If he hadn't been there when I first got into Atlanta, I probably would have never found Lori and Carl, if I even survived. He sees Lori hanging out in the back. Hold on for a second, guys. Lori, is everything okay? No, Rick. I'm pregnant. And that is issue 7. The beginning of a pretty good volume, if I do say so myself. It's pretty slow, but there's some pretty cool moments in this volume. And I gotta say, it happens a lot differently than the comic books. I mean, than the TV show. Season 2 of The Walking Dead's a lot different. There's some similarities, but most of it's different. I hope you all enjoy this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.